Well, this could be electrifying.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe class, JOLT. So here we are. And there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging right up front. We have a lovely image there of Jolt. His name is Jolt from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Transformers. On this side of the box, we have a lovely image here of Jolt. On this side, we have a close-up of Jolt. He is a Deluxe class A, Deluxe class A, class A, Deluxe. Up top, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. On the bottom, words, things, barcodes. On the back of the box, you have your obligatory product shots, and you have a very brief bio there on Jolt in multiple languages. Hooray for languages, and that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have Jolt, the first figure in this current wave of Studio Series. And yeah, here is Jolt as he appeared in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, a bot we barely knew, a bot we barely met, really. We were never really properly introduced to this guy, but hey, he was in the movie, and he has a Studio Series figure, so hey, let's take a look at it. But here he is in his vehicle mode, the Chevy Volt, I believe the vehicle is called. And yeah, let's get in close here so we can take a look at those details. You can see the front headlights, the front, everything just picked out in silver, Chevy logo as well. Get the rims picked out in silver, the side view mirrors picked out in silver. And you have a nice transparent plastic here for the windshield, the roof, and those windows. All done in that nice tinted transparent plastic. And the taillights picked out in red. You got some black and silver, some more Chevy logos because you can't have enough Chevy logos on a Chevy vehicle. There is the top, there is the bottom. He rolls as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. And for comparison, here he is with the original Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Jolts. So you can see how that works out. Let's see. A bit smaller than the original figure. Here he is with the Dark of the Moon Jolt, which was really weird because he wasn't in the movie. He was barely in Revenge of the Fallen, but he definitely wasn't in Dark of the Moon. But hey, he got a figure in Dark of the Moon, and yeah, that's how that works out. And here he is with Studio Series Bumblebee. And here he is with Studio Series Prime. So, there you go. Now, as far as accessories go, he just includes his Electro Whips. And they're just done in a dark gray. They're not bendy. I mean, they're bendy, but they're not, they're not rubber. They're definitely made of a stiffer material, so they're not malleable. You can't pose them in any way, but hey, you can get them. You got two of them, and you can store these on the vehicle mode. You have these slots right here on either side, and you use these tabs, and you just plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. And you got that going on because reasons. Hey, it's storage if you want storage. But yeah, that is basically it for the vehicle mode. What you see is what you get. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? So we get a good spin out of him. So first, let us remove his Electro Whips. Put those off to the side. And we can commence. So first thing you want to do is come to the front here and just untab it and pull it up. You can split this. Also, just to make life a little easier, just untab the two halves. And you can just kind of bring those back and get that out of the way. Now you're going to grab this whole roof assembly here, and all this will untab and just pop up like so. And now we can work on his legs. So first thing we need to do is untab these rear wheels. They just tab in right there, so just pop that out, and you want to also untab his feet, which don't tab in that securely, but just, get them separated. And then you're just going to just extend his legs. You can see he just has his knees bent in there. So just extend the legs like so, bring up the foot. This panel here with the wheel will just come down. The wheel itself will flip in and just kind of rest back here. And that just kind of stays angled like that. And you just take the wheel, flip that under the foot, and there you have a leg all done. Second verse is just like he just looks like he's lounging in there, doesn't he? Look at that. It's like he's relaxing. Anyway, so second verse the same as the first. So just extend the leg, flip up the foot, flip in that wheel, bring this panel back, flip in the wheel, just tuck that in as best you can. And there you have the legs all done. And now we move on to the upper butt. Look, he has a shield. That's a good shield right there. Look at that. Look at that. See? Who says car parts don't make a good shield? How dare you complain about car parts being shields? Look at that. That's a great shield right there. Look at that. Look, his face is protected. His whole body's pretty much protected. That's a good shield. Anyway. So now we have to come to this rear section here and just split this, and this part always gives me some trouble because this actually tabs in very securely. Oh, there we go. The easiest that's ever worked for me. I do have a little bit of a stress mark. I don't know if you can see it. A little bit of a stress mark there on that tab, so just be careful. This tabs in very securely. It takes a little bit of oomph to kind of get these undone. But anyway, so just kind of start wiggling things out, and helps if you just kind of bring his hands up, just kind of bring the shoulder down. It already did it for me, but what's supposed to happen here is you untab that, and you can bring his forearm down. And then you have these two sections right here. I find the best way to do this is just kind of, just put your finger here or thumb here, just kind of pinch, and there you go. I'll separate those two halves. That will come in, and then this section will rotate like that. And there you have an arm all done. Second vest, guess what? Just like the first. Now that arm's out of the way, we have lots of room here to just kind of wiggle things around. So just bring that shoulder down, untab that, to bring down the forearm. Again, just give it a little pinch. Boop, that, and clip that, rotate that, and there you have his arms all done. So now what we're going to do with all of this here, yes, this is all going to end up on his back, but you're going to split this and just swing it out, and these front bumper sections are just going to collapse down like so. So all of this front windshield section is going to flip in. You have tabs for these slots right here, so we'll just tab in like that. And now you have these nubs right here, which are going to go into these two slots right here. And you will feel them kind of thoop into place there. And once you've done that, you just angle his body down until this detail reveals itself. Then you just get his legs all straightened out, get his head straightened out, just get everything straightened out. You can angle these however you want. Get his arms all situated. And there you go. There you have JOLT in his robots mode. And he's not too shabby. I do like JOLT's design. It's just a shame we barely got to see it in the movie, but I do like his design. Let me straighten this leg out a little bit better here. But yeah, oh no, not too bad. I mean, you definitely got some car junk here to kind of deal with. But if you get everything just kind of sitting just right, it all will sit pretty comfortably. But yeah, oh no, not too bad. Let's get in close here so we can take a look at that noggin. There's the noggin. Now, the original figure has a totally different head sculpt, so I don't even know what he looks like anymore. Like, is this what he looked like in the movie? Is that? Because we barely saw the guy. We barely saw him, so I don't even remember what his face looked like. I always thought the original figure, you know, had the right face, and you'll see them side by side in a bit, but still nice head sculpt. You got some blues in there, silvers. The eyes are painted a nice metallic blue. You got some nice silver paint here on the chestier region, some nice details. And you got some silver on the forearms. No claw hands. The claw, you're scared of the claw. Sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. You have some transparent plastic here on the thighs. And some silver there on the feet. There's big old feet. And moving up the back, yeah, he's got, you know, a lot of car on his back, a lot of car hanging off his thighs as well, but, you know. Now, as far as articulation goes, the head is on a ball joint. You get a little bit of wiggly-waggly. You can look up a good ways. You can squirrel. You can totally do that. The head can rotate. There's, you know, things by his head here that can kind of get in the way if you can kind of finagle his head around it, you can get about that much rotation out of the head. The shoulders are on a ball joint, so the arms can do a full 360, but you know, you got a lot of things here that can collide, so you're gonna have to work around that, but you know, it's doable. You have outward movements. You do have bicep rotation. You have over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. The wrist can just move inward due to transformation. That's all you get there. You have waist rotation. Now, if you leave the body as is, things are going to collide, and you're only going to get that little bit of wiggle. But if you use the transformation joint as an ab crunch, hey, now you have freedom of movement there. So just depending on how you have things oriented, you can get some more range of movement there. Again, you now have an ab crunch. Hey, it works. Legs, they can move forward about that far, back about that far. As you can see, you're colliding into a lot of things in the process, but you can get it to move outward about that far before things start colliding. You do have rotation, but it's really just more so at the ball joint itself. You have knee joint, which is hard to kind of get things moved around with this guy. There we go. You got about 90 degrees of bend there at the knee. You do have rotation, kind of mid-shin here. And the feet, they can move up, they can move down, but you do not have any ankle tiltage. And of course we can give him his electro whips. If you want to store them, you still have access to those slots right there. So you can kind of have them like that if you want to. Anything you can do if you want to do it. But if you want them in his hands, what you do is you have to, you got to rip off his thumbs here. So his thumbs just unpeg, and you tab those into these side panels. This is the weirdest thing ever. But you rip off his thumbs and you store his thumbs on his hips, as you do with your thumbs. I do it all the time. You know, if I can get this one. Come on, thumb, you pesky thumb. Don't make me give you the finger thumb. Anyway, and you take these, and these will plug in where the thumbs were. Like so, and there you go. He can electrify and help prime combine with jet fire. Hey, all things you can do if you want to do it. And just like all Studio Series figures, you get the base of displayage that is in the box. Remove it from the box, chuck the box, and this is very weird because this is the Dark of the Moon backdrop for Revenge of the Fallen. That makes no sense, but okay! 75 Studio Series Transformers, all that good stuff. But we can take Jolt and put him in front of the background of a movie he was not in. But hey, things you can do if you want to do it. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with the original Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe JOLT. So you can see how they look side by side. Here he is with the Dark of the Moon JOLT. This one's just weird. Here he is with B. And here he is with Prime. So there you go. So there you have Jolt, and yeah, I like that we have a much more screen-accurate version of Jolt. I mean, obviously some concessions have to be made for the transformation, but we got a more screen-accurate Jolt. My biggest issue with the figure is just that he's very cluttered. He's a very cluttered robot. It's just getting him posed, there's always something colliding with something, there's always something in the way of something, so yes, my biggest negative on this figure is just he's too cluttered. So it makes posing him kind of a chore. It's doable, but it's kind of a chore. But oh no, not too shabby. But there you go. Now I picked this up from Robot Kingdom, but you can also get Studio Series figures from BigBadToyStore.com, as always linked in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my Studio Series playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there's the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class JOLT. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, boom in your face. Whoa, this is amazing, look at me. Sucks for Jetfire, but great for me. Who's responsible for this? Why, Jolt here. Jolt? Has he been here the whole time? Honestly, I don't know. Well, thank you for your help, whoever you are.